Hello, hello! My name is Ashlee and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the men on the right who I think are closeted. This is a special little pride video. I'm actually about to go door knock for Corey Bush, and it's in like the Grove, which is like the neighborhood of St. Louis. So we're meeting at the St. Louis Trans Memorial Garden, and that's really amazing and I'm really excited. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. All right, so let's get into it. First, we're gonna talk about how Ashlee St. Clair, Elon's ex baby mom, who is now going on this media tour, airing out all of Elon's dirty secrets and like everything he told her to our benefit. So it's been really funny. But anyway, she was on a podcast and someone asked her about Benny Johnson. And let's see what she has to say. I'm very excited for this. Okay, she was on Don Lemon. All right, okay.
What do you think of Benny Johnson?
Her face. I love how Don Lemon is so serious. And then like her face is just like, ugh. Benny Johnson famously was the one who was getting gay cruise ads on his phone, and he posted it online. He was like, why am I getting these gay cruise ads? And everyone was like, cause that's your algorithm, cause like that's what you're getting, that's like what you search online. And then he deleted it, and apparently his wife now has to go with him whenever he goes out of town, cause I think she's worried what's gonna happen. So this has been well known for a while, but it's just kind of funny that she's confirming it.
Say again?
Gay.
You think Benny Johnson is gay?
I think he has a lot of people who are really convinced they had gay experiences with him.
There have been people who've said that. I don't know if you can hear Nala in the background. She came to say hi. She's sitting on my bed in front of me. Hi. What's she doing? She's just looking around. All right.
They had gay experiences with him.
Yeah, so unless they have a Benny doppelganger. But no, Benny's a sociopath. He really is. I had the displeasure of working with him for many years, and he is just, the way in which he's able to be a chameleon, like he copies the mannerisms of Tucker, and he builds himself up by abusing all of his staff and just being all around unpleasant.
I believe that.
He doesn't believe in anything, I don't think.
What do you think of Benny Johnson?
So I believe that. I will say that, I take what she has to say with a grain of salt. She was Republican. She was with these people, around these people. Like, of course, she's getting something out of this, her media tour going after Elon and everyone. So I will say that I take what she has to say with a grain of salt, though I do believe her about Benny Johnson because, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of obvious, and there have been lots of people who have come out and been like, yeah, I hooked up with Benny Johnson. And so I fully believe that that's true. And I believe that's true for a lot of these Republican men who consistently go after trans people, who consistently go after gay people. I think it's because it's a little bit of projection on their part. And I think a lot of people who are in this area also, she's right. I also believe that they don't believe in anything and that they don't have any real held values. A lot of them are just doing this for the power and the money and the closeness to that administration and power. Like that's why I think a lot of people are doing this, not because they have actual held beliefs. Now, let's talk about Stephen Miller. So James Tallarico is running in Texas, and the way that they're going after him is very strange. They're saying he's a soy boy and that he's vegan, which I don't think he is. And the only reason that they're saying that is because they had like a meatless Mondays for his campaign one time. And I objectively think that's a good thing. I don't eat meat. So I had to give Nala like I got her like these little minnows because they're supposed to help with her teeth. And I want to make sure, her teeth don't get bad again. It was disgusting. It was the most disgusting thing I have ever had to deal with. I had to like take it out of the bag and put it in her food. Oh God. She seemed to really enjoy it though, but I had a hard time doing that. It was my first time giving it to her today, so maybe it'll get better in the future, but I don't eat meat. So I'm not used to this. And anyway, that's my own thing. It's my own issues. But so that was it. They just had like a meatless, I think it was like a meatless Monday thing. Everyone could probably do better. Everyone should probably eat less meat. That's my personal opinion. You can disagree with me if you want. That's probably it's probably the opinion people don't like the most about mine, I don't eat meat. I think people would do better not eating as much meat. And yeah, that's my opinion. But anyway, that doesn't mean he's vegan. Also, the connotation that vegan has around like, oh, it's this horrible thing. It's not. Like, I don't understand why people are making it into this like, oh, they're a vegan. I feel like people on the left do it too. It's a little frustrating, I will say, but again, that's just my personal opinion. But they're calling him a soy boy, they're calling him gay, they're calling him all these things, and of course it's all derogatory. And he said, he stands up for trans people, which is something I appreciate. He's not the perfect candidate, but I will say that I do appreciate that he stands up for trans people, especially in Texas. I think that that's really important. And so now they're like, oh, he's so creepy because he supports trans kids and all this other kind of stuff. And essentially in the podcast that they keep replaying, all he's really saying is like, I love trans kids and I don't like how they're being treated. But they clipped the part where he's like, I love trans kids. And they're like, see, he's creepy. And it's ridiculous. But this is Stephen Miller, of all people, who I guess he thinks he's like a manly man. I don't see it. But Stephen Miller is saying that, oh, yeah, who knows what gender he is, just being a horrible human being like Stephen Miller is.
Stephen Miller, you want to take a shot at what the 6 genders might be, or how God is non-binary, or
I mean, technically God is non-binary. Listen, I'm not religious, I'm an atheist, but technically he is. Just saying. And yeah, they're losing their minds over stupid shit. Like, and it's funny because they're doing this while Trump is ending the war with Iran, which I'm happy about, but a lot of people on the right are not. And so they're doing this while all that is happening, while he's effing up the reflection pool or whatever. Like, all this stuff is happening, and they're worried about James Tallarico and how many genders there are. And that's what they're talking about, because they don't have anything. They don't have any policies. They don't have any ways they're going to make people's lives better. All they're doing is going after trans people and going after people, and it's ridiculous.
The advocacy for trans men to have a right to abortion. Would you like to handle any of those 3?
All I can say about Tallarico is that Texas is not going to elect an individual, I can't call him a man, who knows what gender he is, but they're not going to elect an individual, an entity who has said the thing that he loves most in the whole world are trans children. He's a weird, strange, bizarre, totally unelectable human who is
There's it's so funny that like he doesn't want to say man because he has to say human because he's trying to make this like point that they don't know what gender he is, which is so stupid. Because it's also funny because they're going after him because apparently he's went out with some very attractive women. So now they're like, oh, he dated this girl, he dated that girl. It's like, doesn't that go against the whole picture you're trying to portray of him? Like, it's so bizarre, but it's because they are threatened. I think they are threatened, and they're threatened because he actually has a chance in Texas, and that's a big deal, right? Again, is he my perfect candidate? No, but do I think it would be incredible if he got elected in Texas? Yes, I do. And I think that's why they're so scared. They're so scared because they don't have policies, and there are all these new Democrats that are progressive, that are more leftist. Now, I'm not saying Tyler Rico is that, because there are some things that he has said and done that I don't personally align with, but just in general, you know, the Democratic Socialists, the DSA, who I'm canvassing with today, but anyway, the DSA and stuff like that, people, we're really having a movement right now, and it's partly because Trump has been doing so horrible, but it's also partly because the corporate Democrats have been doing so horrible. And so the right cannot fight against people who actually stand, if you actually stand up for trans people and you don't let people bully you into throwing them under the bus, people like Stephen Miller don't know how to act. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say because they're so used to Democrats just being like, oh, well, I guess that's bad, so I'm gonna stop talking about trans people. I'm gonna stop standing up for them. I'm just gonna let people like Stephen Miller, essentially like torture trans kids and tell them that they can't have all of the have the health care that they need. When you're a Democrat, when you're a Democratic Socialist, when you're a progressive, and you're saying, no, I'm not gonna fall for that, like, I'm gonna stand up for trans kids, and if you don't like that, F you. They don't know what to do with that. They don't know how to act because you're standing on business and they're so used to Democrats folding. And so I think that they're really scared. I think Republicans are really scared, and I think they're really intimidated by the new crop of Democrats and leftists that are running because they're not folding on a lot of this stuff, and they're not letting people like Stephen Miller have the narrative, take over the narrative. That's not going to be good for them, which is another reason I think they're going to try to do some funny stuff during the elections, but like, Stephen Miller doesn't even know what to say. He doesn't even know how to talk.
ever going to be the senator from the great state of Texas.
You hope. Yeah, you hope. You hope. But you can tell he's actually worried. He's trying to be like, oh, we're not worried about this soy boy. But they are. They 100% are. Last video is of Jesse Waters, the like pinnacle of closeted men on the right. Jesse Waters is so funny to me because he is so obviously closeted. I don't know if he's gay, but like he's at least bi, because this man consistently is worried about looking gay, sounding gay. Like, it's consistent, right? Like, he doesn't want to eat ice cream. He doesn't want to drink out of a straw. He doesn't want to do all these things because that's gay. And when you have to worry that much, something tells me that you've probably thought about it before. And so this is another one of Jesse Waters' just insane moments where he doesn't want to be gay because apparently cake is gay. I don't know, man. Just bizarre shit. So Waters, it's National Fudge Day, but I thought it would be too gay, so I did a pickle cake instead. Enjoy your pickle cake, Mr. Vice President. So it's a pickle cake for JD Vance, which I think is hilarious, and I honestly, he deserves that. I hate him so much. But anyway, not the point. The point is that this is ridiculous. How the hell is fudge gay? What do you mean? Nobody thinks that but you, because you're closeted, like, most likely. But anyway, let's watch this.
Because it's National Fudge Day for the VP, but I thought it would be too gay. So I did pickle cake instead. I'm not sure if I got it right.
Pickle
Thank you for being here, Mr. Vice President, and enjoy your pickle cake.
Thank you guys.
All right, that's it for us, everyone. Have a great night.
Sexy hippos and pickle cake.
You should have offered the pickle cake mid-interview with the Vice President.
That pickle cake on the way to you.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you later.
Have a good show.
Because it's National Fudge Day for the VP.
Just so bizarre. Just bizarre behavior. Bizarre behavior to not come off gay, or it's too gay, or like, why are you worried about that if you're not? If you're so straight, if you're such a manly man, if you're Mr. Macho Man, then why are you so worried about this? Oh God, it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. But anyway, that's our Pride episode for the month. Their little Pride episode. Happy Pride to everyone, and I hope you have a great Pride, whether it's already happened in the beginning of the month. Here in St. Louis, it happens at the end of the month. But yeah, so we have like another week before it happens. But anyway, yeah, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I love you all very much. Bye.